There is an electricity that always fills the air in those final moments before a big adventure begins. Butterflies stir in your stomach and your mind wanders, imagining the many miles that lie ahead. The unknown. I've been trekking in the Himalayas since I was 12 years old. It's my love and passion. But this challenge is a new beast. Mera Peak. The highest non-technical summit in the Himalayas and in the world. This will mark a new personal record for me, 6,476 meters in elevation. If I make it there, that is. By my side is my team. Maha, our videographer, Pascal, a seasoned trekker who has been on other adventures with us, and Rinjidai, our very own Sherpa guide. Steam rising off our mugs, our hands still soft, our boots still clean. It's almost time to go. Time to take that first step forward. Little did we know, nothing could have prepared us for the next 13 days. Hi, I'm Puru. I'm originally from India and part of the team here at Follow Alice. If you're new to our channel, welcome. For those that don't know, Follow Alice is an adventure travel company offering trips to many of the world's most breathtaking destinations, including many iconic treks across the Himalayas. It's my job as a general manager for the region at Follow Alice to advise and prepare and look after our clients heading out to Nepal and Bhutan. In this video, I'll share my experience of trekking in the Himalayas and give a first-hand account of one of the world's most spectacular treks. Our story begins in the small mountain town of Lukla, gateway to the Khumbu region of Nepal and less than 25 miles from the windswept peak of Mount Everest. That's so difficult to work. Alright,
Okay.
Sangday?
See you next year.
Yes, see you. And good luck for the island peak. This is one of our guides with Follow Alice. He's the one who's leading our expedition to Island Peak. Our first ever official expedition to Island Peak, that is. We're very excited for it and hopefully things stay good. Yeah. Good luck and I'll see you guys back in Lukla. Yeah. Let's get our first official Follow Alice Island Peak summit. Yeah. Alright, see you guys. Now we make our way to start of the Mera Peak expedition. Okay. We set off that morning just after 10 a.m. Lukla disappearing behind us, taking the noise of the Everest trail with it.
Transportation from the Surke.
Oh wow.
Then from Surke to Namche or Lukla by mules.
Instead of following the usual route up towards Namche Bazaar, we headed down towards Surke into quieter valleys that far fewer trekkers pass through. It's incredible what these guys do.
What is the poison?
The honey inside.
Honey inside.
The bees leave the honey.
Did you see?
That's the poison.
Yeah.
Yeah, look there. Look at my finger
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah, don't lick your
Damn.
No problem. This is normal.
Yeah.
I don't eat. Yeah.
It felt strange walking in the opposite direction to everyone else, against the constant stream of trekkers on their journey to Everest Base Camp and beyond. This is where the route for the jeep.
Jeep going to
okay.
Kathmandu from here. And if weather too bad in the Lukla, there's a helicopter landing also in Surke.
Oh.
Yeah. It's down there.
So Surke is the savior once Lukla is shut off.
Yeah.
We stopped for lunch in Surke, a small dry village tucked under the clouds, featuring no roads, only narrow trails. The Rai ethnic group are one of Nepal's most ancient hill tribes. And in fact, many of the porters who work on the Everest Trail come from here. It's not just the porters though. Multiple legendary mountaineers alongside the legendary Gorkha soldiers of Nepal, they also belong to the Rai ethnic group. The small valley has produced some of the strongest and most resilient people on earth.
Whoa, made a far away from Lukla, huh?
The final climb to Paiyan, where we will sleep tonight, hit harder than I had expected. It's one of those uphills that seems and feels endless. Thick forest, wet stone, and the kind of breathing that digs through layers of exhaustion.
Beautiful village.
But eventually we make it.
This is our first day. We have stayed one night in here.
Nice. How was your walk, Bhaskar?
It was wonderful. I love to hear that old fountain.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's so incredible. Well, I mean, let's get changed and rested and meet for some food.
Okay, welcome in.
All right.
Hot tea.
Hot tea.
Dinner that evening was warm, the Wi-Fi surprisingly fast, and conversations drifted towards Buddhism, philosophy and meaning. Meaning of why we exist and why we do what we do. It was a good day. Tiring, but good. We're on the trail again early at 8 am. The path eventually joins and curls along a dusty jeep track, brown and rutted. The landscape opens gradually.
Beautiful.
Valleys folding into each other,
What is that
deep
mountain?
green hills and ridges glowing under the morning sun.
I think last year you explained that this is the turquoise goddess.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful name, right?
Turquoise goddess. Amazing. Hey, we've descended 500 meters down from Paiyan, which was our first campsite. Now we're on our way to Bupsa, which is our guide's hometown. We're gonna eat some home cooked meal and from there make our way to Camp 2.
By lunch, we reached the village of Bupsa, the home village of our guide Rinjidai.
Oh, namaste, namaste. Kaise ho? Hello.
Here is where we stopped to visit his family.
This is my grandson.
Oh, he's your grandson. Wow.
From my daughter.
Come here. Yeah.
Anju Dai, his wife, had made us fresh food, and we are treated to some real home-cooked dal bhat, the kind that tastes like it's been simmering for days.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so good. Tuche. Thank you. The food was very good. Yes. Thank you for inviting us to your house.
Another one of our incredible guides, Dafri Dai, living nearby to Rinjidai's place, had invited us over to his place for tea.
Some of the guides we have, they're just absolutely incredible people. This is our house of one of our guides, Dafri Sherpa. He is part of the Sherpa Museum. As you can see, he's been on top of Everest a few times, on top of Makalu, alongside a lot more peaks. It's incredible to see their humility, and it's incredible to be in their house.
After lunch, we drop into a long descent. Then, as always, the trail climbs back again.
How far do you think, Dai?
From here?
Yeah.
1.5 hours.
1.5 hours. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, it's very beautiful. Like, I've never seen forests in the EBC trail.
Yeah.
Beauty of hiking in the Himalayas, which are so close to the equator. It's hot.
The trail passes through far-flung dry and Sherpa villages, far removed from the classic tourist track. These valleys see far few trekkers and they rely on seasonal farming and yak herding rather than tourism.
So this is our last stop till we reach Pangom. Our social butterfly Rinji Dai right there has met more of his friends along the way. And yeah, we're always pleased to say hi to all these amazing locals.
The rhythm here feels notably slower, more deliberate, more inward.
We've climbed over 1,000 meters since Paiyan, and this is just around 3,000 meters. It was a long day's hike, and I'm glad to be here, and so is everyone else. Let's go check out the tea house now. Nice.
By the time we arrive at Pangom, the sun has softened. The lodge is quiet. Warm light spills across the wall. Dinner tastes heavenly.
So, a very beautiful morning today. The sun is out. We're on our way to Ramailo Danda, which is our third campsite. But before that, there was something that I wanted to just discuss and talk about, which is Diamox. So a lot of trekkers ask us if they should be taking Diamox or not. And we do inform them of the things that we do know. But the one thing is that I personally have never taken Diamox. So I thought since I'd be climbing over 6,000 meters, I should take Diamox and also just explain the effects of the medication as we go along our trek. So I'll be starting with 125 mg. From the day off, I'll be reaching 3,000 meters. That is what I personally advise to people, and I'll follow that advice the same. So 125 mg in the morning right after breakfast, and 125 mg at night right after dinner. So this is my first dose. Hopefully it helps me acclimatize, and hopefully this is educational for the rest of you.
Today, the day starts gently. A steady climb to a small monastery perched above our village.
Ooh. 312 steps.
It's tucked into the hillside, prayer flags snapping in the wind. Suddenly, the world feels quieter. Pangom's monastery is modest, but it sits at a crossroads. In these parts, monasteries serve as a sacred space and community hubs, hosting birth ritual, death rites, and harvest pujas. Life and ritual exist side by side here in the mountains. We take blessings for the journey ahead. After a few more hours of hiking, like a gift, Mera appears.
So we finally have our first view of Mera. It looks beautiful. We're here with some very young folk who are going to guide us to the peak, hopefully together, and that's how we summit.
The first sight always hits differently. Suddenly, it isn't an idea or part of our imagination anymore. She overlooks us, waiting. Along the trail, we meet the Aussies again. Brian, 76, withered but composed. He's climbing Mera with his friend and their son.
That was easy.
Seeing people like him out here makes you realize you're not chasing strength, you're chasing spirit.
Out. That just makes
So right here, we've got a whole bunch of momo. This is my Australian momo that's been re-Nepalese.
You know, the most interesting part about hiking through these amazing places that we are right now is that a lot of the tea house owners are not just running a business, they are actual mountaineers who have climbed and guided people with the likes of Everest. And today we are here with Pemma Sherpa. He's the tea house owner of this beautiful place that we're currently here and stopping for lunch. As you can see right there, he himself has climbed Everest.
The afternoon shifts up a gear. A steep pull to Ramailo Danda. My legs ache, everyone's do. But when we finally stop, we are rewarded. The lodge is quiet, positioned above the valley with light spilling through the windows. That night, we sit together. Pascal, the Aussies, a few others, and share dinner, stories and smiles. I begin to experience that strange, quiet feeling when you've been on the trail just long enough to start belonging. Morning today feels muted. No dramatic light, no rush, just the quiet shuffle of boots, the sound of packs being tightened, and the forest slowly waking up around us.
Right, everybody.
All right.
See you.
See you.
We set off along a narrow trail that cuts across the hillside rather than climbing straight up or down. The walking is steady, but more deliberate. The forest closes in quickly. Tall pine and rhododendron trees from a dense canopy overhead, filtering the light into soft greens and greys.
These woodland trails are beautiful, aren't they?
The ground is damp, scattered with roots and moss-covered stones. It's the kind of trail that asks you to slow down without saying so. This route sees fewer trekkers than the main Everest trails. It's used more by locals and porters moving between villages, and it carries that feeling. Functional, honest, unpolished. There's a sense that you're passing through someone else's space, not performing in it.
Yeah.
Woo! I have the lunch place, yeah? Let's go, get some food, and then make our way to Chatrakhola.
So this is a very old trail. Be careful there.
Okay.
Even those we have are very precious.
Yeah.
Just hold down.
Okay.
And then we hold on the chin. Okay.
Okay.
In a few sections, the path narrows into exposed traverses. Nothing technical, but enough to command focus. We move single file, quiet, watching where we place each step. The mountains feel closer here, not wider, but more intimate.
It's been not a very long day, but the route has been a bit more treacherous, a bit of a scramble in some areas. As you can see, very rocky, lots of rocks moving. But yeah, great adventure.
Gradually, the sound of water begins to rise. Chatrakhola appears ahead of us. We cross simple bridges and step into the small settlement beside the river. It's modest and quiet, built for rest rather than spectacle.
Oh, finally here at Chatrakhola, the day was fairly easy, other than the fact that it was a bit treacherous, the downhill was steep, the uphill was steep, it was all fun. I think just want to pay a special shout out to our porters These amazing, incredible men, they do all the work. We are just here on a trek. We just walk, they carry all of our stuff. So without these guys, there is no Nepali trekking, there is no Follow Alice, and there is no other trekking company. So just a huge shout out to our boys here.
I slept well, but the Naimok gets me up once in the night, cold, half awake, stumbling outside to pee under a sky full of stars. The urge to go more often is a common side effect of the altitude sickness medicine. Setting off, the trail starts gently again. Rolling hills, pockets of forest, mist wrapped around the trees. The air has that damp pine and cedar smell that only appears at a certain elevation.
Yeah, Mera Peak looks absolutely gorgeous. I think it follows us throughout today, and maybe in Kothe as well, we're able to see it. Incredible. Finally reached our lunch spot for the day. Onwards to Kothe. Excited to get that hot shower finally after a few days of being without it.
But after lunch, the rhythm changes. The climbs turn steep and the descents sharper. It's a kind of walking where you're too focused on your footing to speak. The path demands silence and concentration. Somewhere along this stretch, we cross into the Makalu-Baron National Park, one of the most biodiverse alpine reserves on the planet. Home to red pandas, snow leopards, and more than 3,000 species of plants. We don't catch any glimpse of wildlife, but the forest feels alive, enough to remind you that they're out there.
So we are around 15 to 20 minutes away from Kothe. It's the place where the main crux of the climb towards Mera Peak begins, and I can't wait to experience what Kothe is like. It's been an incredible trek so far, and I'm excited to see how the next few days pan out.
We reached the settlement of Kothe late in the day. It feels like a frontier post, very simple, open, stretched along the riverbank. I take a hot shower, enjoy some good food, and have quiet conversations into the night with my fellow travelers. That morning, we wake up to the sound of running water. A sound you can never grow tired of.
So we're here in Kothe, the morning of that is, and we're making our way to Thangnak. I'll just be taking my morning dose of Diamox as I have been. Again, the only side effects I feel is the tingling in feet. Sleeping was well, the weather seems great, very excited for this day. Let's see how it goes. This is the permit check for Mera Peak before we make our way onwards to Khare, which is the base camp. Of course, before Khare, we are staying in Thangnak for 2 nights to acclimatize to that 4,000 meter plus altitude. So hopefully that goes well. Hopefully the weather is in our favor, and hopefully the mountain guides allow us to trek up their mountain.
We begin a steady uphill climb. Not terribly steep, but the kind of gradient that chips away at you quietly. The valley around us opens up and the river threads bright blue lines across the rocky landscape. The last of the tall trees begin to thin out and soon they will be behind us. Near Gondi Shung, we pass the Lungsumba Gompa, an old rock shrine tucked into the cliffside. Hundreds of years old, they say. Climbers still stop to light candles asking for safe passage.
Did it snow or is it rain?
It's snow.
It's snowing. So you think we're gonna get some snow?
Maybe even we're too late in there. It's not.
Yeah, so maybe you should get going.
Yeah.
Halfway through the day, it starts snowing. At first, it's almost playful, little snowflakes drifting gently sideways. But then it thickens and settles into something heavier.
We've been hiking in single layers with the full sun sweating our asses off, and now it's snowing. We can barely warm our bodies, and it's just been a matter of 5 kilometers or 300 meters of elevation. These are the Himalayas for you. That's why we say prepare for the worst, because you never know how it all changes.
We layer up. Gloves, shells, hoods pulled tight. Snow has the quality of making the mountains feel closer, like the world is folding in around you. By the time we reach Thangnak, the air has changed. We have broken past 4,200 meters and it feels notably thinner. My breathing slows, my steps get heavier.
We are now in Thangnak.
All right, over 4,000 meters.
We were just here 15 minutes back, praying to the weather gods for the weather to change and to clear out. It's been 15 minutes. We've just literally kept our bags inside the tea house. And look at this weather. It's changed. You can't trust the weather of the mountains or the fashion in the cities. That's what they say, you know. And well, it's quite true, in my experience at least.
You can feel the elements growing wilder and more raw, but the cold has a strange way of pulling everyone a little closer together. Up here, warmth isn't just temperatures, it's people. By morning, the storm hasn't let up. Snowfall is still heavy and visibility is poor. The world around us has been reduced to white.
So it's our acclimatization day in Thangnak, so night 2. Unfortunately, it snowed all night, and as you can see, it's a complete whiteout. Maha unfortunately did not sleep well, but he's still powering through and recording everything. So props for that. Pascal, how are you feeling?
I'm doing really good. I would say follow the recommendation of the guide. Don't try to be a hero. Go slow.
It's snowing and there's a whiteout, but the most important part of your hike is the acclimatization, and that's what we are doing now. At least 200-300 meters above from where we're going to sleep.
We attempt to climb a few hundred meters higher, just enough to help acclimatize. But the mountain has its own plans. It pushes us back and we are unable to go any further.
The snow makes it very hard to trust your feet on the rocks.
Restricted by the snowy conditions, we spend most of the day resting and drinking hot tea.
So it's currently 4 p.m. It's our second day in Thangnak here. Tomorrow we make our way to Khare. The weather has not been in our favor, but it's starting to clear up. We have good hopes to summit. Hopefully tomorrow we all feel as good as we do today and we are able to make our way up to Khare.
That evening, the lodge fills up with voices, with the warmth of the stove and other bodies. Around me, I observe people pushing through the same quiet battles with altitude. But spirits are still high.
So health checks is something that's relatively important to being at an altitude, and that's something that we really have to focus on. So for that, what we have is a self-assessment form, wherein basically trekkers rank themselves from a score of 0 to 5 on various different factors, from headaches, stomach aches, fatigue, dizziness, and other such things, which are usually the symptoms of AMS or acute mountain sickness. This is so for two main reasons. One of the main ones being that we know how you are feeling so that our guides can make a more informed decision the next day. And secondly, in case there is a rescue required, this piece of paper helps us get that helicopter as soon as possible and make sure that you recover your money from the insurance. So the weather looks good. We're on our way to the base camp, which is Khare for our climb. There we'll spend 2 days, 1 day of acclimatization as well as training too. We've got these two young lads, up and coming, amazing mountaineers joining us. Saugat and Bishwas. Hopefully they bring us good luck like they did with the weather.
We left Thangnak behind as the skies finally cleared. After days of snowfall and cloud, this morning felt different. Dry, calm and open. No more grey. No more guessing what lay ahead.
Yeah. Beauty of the Himalayas. Yesterday we were all so cold. Today we are in one layers again. 3 of them, huh?
The trail leads us east, gently at first, tracing the edge of the moraine. And then, like something out of a dream, we come upon Sabaitso, a high altitude lake, so still and blue it looked painted. Not frozen, not disturbed, just perfectly calm, glassy, reflecting the glacier cliffs above it. The kind of sight that doesn't just make you stop, it makes you dance in joy. There were barely any snow left on the path today, just bare rock, soft dirt, and the occasional patch of ice nestled into shadow. We crossed glacial streams along the way, not wide but cold, cutting through the valley floors in the silver ribbons. You could see how the glacier above had shaped the entire corridor, a slow sculpting over centuries.
So we stopped for some tea here just at the base of Mera. Just behind the clouds, we can see Mera Central. Hopefully once in Khare we get a better view of the peaks. I think we're around an hour away from the base camp, which is Khare. So yeah, excited to reach there, excited to eat some food. Let's get going.
And then the climb begins. We don't have far to go, but it's steep enough to sting. The air is much thinner now, above 4,800 meters, and every switchback comes with a pause. Then we reach Khare, tucked into the basin below Mera, surrounded by ice-draped peaks. Its rooftop catches the afternoon sun. It felt like reaching a milestone, like arriving somewhere that mattered.
We're here at Khare. I'm here with Pascal. We are the first team for Follow Alice to reach the base camp for Mera Peak. And I'm very grateful. This was something I'd been working and pushing with our team for the last year and a half. And it's amazing to be here. It's amazing to experience the environment here. How are you feeling, Pascal?
Well, I haven't been pushing for a year and a half, but I've been training for a year and a half. So I am feeling great and it's beautiful.
It's really good.
We wake up with a quiet tension, that growing apprehension you feel when a big moment is approaching. You can read it on people's faces. Today isn't a climbing day, but it isn't a rest day either. Instead, after breakfast, we lay out our gear and check and sort everything, make adjustments.
So one thing that's different about peak climbing here is that of course you need specialized equipment to climb mountains, even the likes of Mera Peak and other semi-technical peaks. So it's important to see that the shoe, which is probably the most important part of your climb, fits you well. Again, depending on what company it is, the kind of socks you're wearing, you might have to go a size up. But that's something that you can check with our partner rental shop here. As you can see, the equipment is fairly good. Depending on the size you have, the company might change, but they're usually some of the best in the industries. So you'll get to rent the Scarpas, the La Sportivas, as you can see. That's the one I'm wearing. I think I feel comfortable with my shoes. I'm gonna go give them a try and walk a bit in it, and then see if I need to go a size up. Yeah. And then we'll check our harnesses, carabiners, our Zoomers, the crampons and everything else as well.
Today is an important day, where we will prepare and train for the final push to the summit. This is the day we also meet our climbing guides, men from the valley, lean, sun-worn, moving through the trails like wind. Until now, Rinjida has guided us, calm, centered and observant. But on the glacier, we need technical hands. Pembadai and Pasangdai have climbed Mera dozens of times. Quiet professionals with nothing to prove, everything to teach. Together, we head towards the official base camp, where a training area is located. The route climbed steadily over a packed trail and scattered rock, a slow incline towards the ice.
We've reached the base camp for Mera Peak. If you look closely, you'd see people crossing over. That's the Mera. Mera is the way to the high camp. Currently, we wouldn't be staying in the base camp. We're just here to train. We'll go back down to Khare and tomorrow make our way directly towards the high camp, crossing Mera and every other thing that comes with it.
The training ground is carved into a slope above the camp. Not dramatic, but functional. Enough snow to practice on, enough height to stimulate what was coming.
Just wearing our harnesses, just to make sure we're able to do the final push at the summit. As you can see, there's a fixed rope, just like at the summit. This is what the training for Mera Peak would look like. Again, we try and train a bit more than what we need at the summit because it's always better to be ready for the worst.
You can, this is
Zoomer, yeah.
Zoomer.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
Open.
Open.
And put rope.
Yeah.
And close.
Close. Yeah.
No.
You have another one carried enough?
Yeah.
One, like this. This one, sometimes the rope.
Okay.
This is locked.
To lock the rope. Okay.
Okay. Now, like this. Sir, one hand here.
One hand here. One
up.
up. One up. Okay.
We clip in, go over 4-point climbing, ascender work, using crampons on steep snow, where to place your weight, how to move with purpose, not panic. Rudimentary stuff. To summit Mera, you don't need to be a mountaineer or have much technical experience, but you do need to respect what you're walking into.
Nice.
Good job.
As we are finishing, the weather suddenly shifts fast. Thick clouds barrel in. Snowfall sweeps across the landscape. Visibility drops. The wind sharpens. The paths we walked this morning are now slick and unfamiliar.
Training day has been good. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We did a lot of zoomering, 2-point climbing. Now we are going back down to Khare to eat some well-awaited lunch. Okay.
We descend back to Khare in a hurry and pray that this will blow over by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today, we will journey to the Mera High Camp, a thin ledge of tents perched on the glacier, fully exposed to wind, snow, and whatever the night brings.
It's our summit push day today. We go to the high camp and then we make it to the summit in the evening. First summit for Follow Alice. Hopefully, let's make it successful.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
We leave Khare feeling heavier. Not just our packs or the sapping effect of altitude, but our hopes and anxieties. Above us, the storm hasn't relented. Low clouds eclipse the sky and visibility is still poor.
Nice. So we're now here again at the base camp. I mean, the stark difference between yesterday and today is very visible. I think I keep saying that, but the weather in the mountains keep changing. So we need to be prepared for the worst of the worst. Great thing is that we have some incredible guides with us to help us navigate this weather.
Then just below the ice shelf, we reach the crampon point. This is where trekking ends and climbing begins.
After this, the trail becomes slightly more technical, so the crampons and the mountain boots are needed.
From here, we step onto the glacier. There are no trails now, just white, rocky hard ice under powder. The ascent to Mera High Camp had begun, and it was brutal. The slope steepened quickly, the wind hollowed head-on. Visibility dropped to under 20 feet at times. No talking, just deep breaths, and the sound of snow crunching under steel.
The winds and the weather haven't been kind to us, I would say. We're just having some lunch, having some food, so that we can make a push for the high camp and hopefully reach there in an hour and a half or so. You know, these might look small, but if you step on it and if it slides, It's a whole rescue mission. And that's the reason why Mera Peak is considered a semi-technical peak. It's because of things like crevasses, things like the fact that we can't walk without crampons. And high altitude, the weather, it's unpredictable. So anything is to be expected. And one last thing, the mountain allows you to climb it. You don't climb anything. Remember that. Ma! We've reached! So we finally made it to the high camp. It's a complete whiteout. It took us 4 hours, 20 minutes of walking, thanks to this legend right here.
By the time we reached Mera High Camp, we had been in the wind for hours.
High camp is absolutely gorgeous. The rock wall just behind the camera protects us from all the winds. We've got this good boy here who followed us right from Khare, which is incredible. I mean, these guys are better mountaineers than the best mountaineers in the world.
We collapse into the mess tent. Steaming tea, frosty fingers, faces flushed with windburn. The Aussies were here. They'd arrived a day earlier, but something was off. They hadn't made it to the summit.
I heard you broke 6,000 though.
Yeah. Up to 6,200.
Oh.
Yeah, we were 250 off. And it just wore out.
We sit in silence, absorbing the scenes, thinking about what lays in store for us.
Well, guess what? It cleared up.
What we see next is hard to describe. The Himalayas light up, glowing in the late afternoon light, revealing a panorama of giants. The wind stills, sunlight kisses the ridgelines. From high camp, it feels like the world has just been laid bare. Below us, other teams are arriving. Climbers from all over, some local, some foreign, all aiming for the same summit. We stand there, completely still. No one speaks. It has taken our breath away. The light is fading fast. It's freezing way below minus 15 degrees Celsius. We walk to our tent, eat what we can, and lay down in silence. No one expected sleep. Not really.
It's currently 1 a.m. in the morning, Friday the 2nd, and we're preparing for the summit at 2. It's extremely cold here at the high camp. Sleep was a lot disturbed, as you can imagine. I think both Maha and I slept for 2-3 hours each. It's gonna be a long day. Let's see how it goes. So we've put on all of our layers. It's a cold night. We're ready to go to summit. Just have to put on the crampons, and it all should be good.
Then we begin. 5 of us, 1 rope. Our headlamps lighting barely a few meters ahead. The route from high camp to the summit of Mera Peak is deceptively simple. A long, gradual incline across a vast glacier. But in the dark, at minus 20 degrees Celsius, with wind blasting across your face and oxygen at half of what it should be, even a flat trail would feel vertical. We walk in silence, one step, then another.
As you can see, we're all roped up, making our way towards the summit. Currently around 180 meters or so in terms of elevation gain away. The cold is chilling, but the views are inspiring. Shout out to Pascal, you know, he's really been pushing as well.
And the sun breaks behind us, painting the world in gold. Approaching the 6,300 meter mark, the final stretch to the top begins.
Alright, I think we're at the last push for Mera. It's fairly steep, it's a bit technical, there are a lot of crevasses around us. The weather is looking good though. So yeah, hopefully see you at the top. We're gonna make it.
And then, just like that, we crest the ridge.
We have now reached the summit of the highest semi-technical mountain in the world. Yes. It'll take a bit for it to register, but it took a lot. 2 years of planning this with Follow Alice, and finally it comes to fruition. Thanks to all this wonderful human, Pascal, and to two of the best guides I've ever met.
Fuck yes.
Fuck yes, indeed. Yeah, and so many credits to the camera person, Maha. It's so hard to trek this, let alone shoot it. Thank you. First successful expedition for Team Follow Alice, and we are here at the top of Mera Peak at 6,476 meters. Let's go, baby! Woo!
Everest, Lhotse, Makalu, Kanchenjunga, Cho Oyo. 5 of the 6 tallest mountains on Earth, visible in one sweep of the eye. A front row seat to the top of the world. I'm breathless, weathered and cold, and yet I do not feel tired. The pent-up adrenaline and emotion of these past 10 days erupts, and I'm left totally weightless. I wish I could savor this moment forever. Descending Mera, my knees are shaking. The snow turns soft, blinding in the sun. We descend quickly, quietly, still taking in what we've just seen, what we have achieved, and pause at high camp for tea and a snack.
We're at the high camp again. I'm here with one of our mountain guides, Pasang Sherpa. He led us through a lot of fresh snow. Fresh snow is always hard to navigate, and led us to the summit. Okay. Thank you so much.
The Aussies are gone. What's left is a few tents flapping in the wind. Our departure from here earlier this morning feels like a lifetime ago. By the time we reach the edge of Khare, it feels like I'm dreaming. Like we'd stepped out of one world and into another. The village buzzes with chit-chat and storytelling. Some teams had made it, others hadn't. Some were turning around, others were already planning the next one. We drop our gear, peel off layers, find a seat by the stove and slump into our chairs, smiling, glowing with euphoria.
Feels great. Feels great to be doing this. Feels amazing to be doing this.
We had done it. We had climbed Mera Peak.
Okay.
Okay, Rinjidai. Let's go.
The next few days pass in a bit of a blur. Our feet are worn, our bodies ache, our mind dazzled, still processing the previous 24 hours. After overcoming a mighty challenge, a beautiful wave of relief and bliss always washes over you for a few days. Anyone who's pushed beyond their limits exactly knows what I mean. This is something about high altitude trekking. The marriage between tough physical, mental challenge and raw nature that always produces the most intense, overwhelming range of emotions and reflection. That is exactly why I do this. Nothing makes me feel more alive or leave such a mark on my spirit.
Hello. Hi.
Eventually, the forest began to return, the trees reclaiming the edges of the trail, the air thickening slightly with each step down. Bare, weathered rock turned to grassland and yak pastures. After Kothe, we still had a village to visit before we reached Lukla. We still had to cross a mighty 4,550 meter pass.
Oh wow.
Before crossing the Chatrakhola Pass, we stayed at Tulikharka for a night. Chatrakhola is a challenging pass, especially when it starts snowing. The trail gets slippery and we had to use micro spikes. But now our minds were stronger than ever, and we had enjoyed this challenge quite a bit. We crossed Chatrakhola Pass and snapped our way down to the green valleys of the Khumbu. And before you know it, we are back where we started 3 days after we set atop Mount Mera. Boots covered in dirt, hands a little shaky, but our souls full, and memories that will endure a lifetime.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
And that was Mera. Thirsty for your own adventure? Book a trek now with Follow Alice. Every year we take thousands of happy travelers to many of the world's most spectacular trips and destinations, and we are extremely proud of the wonderful feedback that we continue to receive. So feel free to check out our website link in the description to take a peek at our departure dates and Nepal trekking itineraries. And if you require any assistance or have any question, let's get in touch. Our friendly team is always here to offer support and guidance for your Himalayan adventures or any other adventures all across the world. Finally, if you like this video, please like and subscribe so that we can continue making adventure travel content like this one. We really appreciate the support. This is Puru reporting from Follow Alice and from the entire Nepal team. Safe travels, everyone. Namaste.